Hello guys, I'm making a basic building tutorial here in a sandbox, and I hope you guys learn something and have fun. So when you're building, you obviously need to access the build menu, and it's in Second Life. You don't have to import anything, and you can access it by clicking on the build function at the top and choosing build or pressing Control B if you're a keyboard commands kind of person. The build menu will pop up, and it will default be on the create icon, and it's a little magic wand. Here you have this assortment of shapes you can choose from, and I'll just go with a basic cube. And then click right in front of you where you want to put the object, and there you go. What this object is right here, it's called a prim. This means that it is one single piece that you can create multiple copies of or create other ones and combine them in order to make more complex objects. And for now, I'm just going to teach you how to manipulate this prim. Once you've created a prim, at the top of the build menu, it will have moved on into the edit function. Here you have some tools called move, rotate, stretch, and select face. Here, and then some little functions you can check or uncheck to the right, and you're going to be automatically set on move. And as you can see, this creates some arrows, and if you drag the arrows in whichever direction you want, you can move the prim. Positioning can get kind of tricky at first, so it's good to know that Control Z works even here, and you can easily put it back to where it used to be. Your next function is rotate, and when you click it, or if you just press Control and keep holding it down, you have these rings that appear around your prim, and if you move to the right or the left while clicking on one, it will move your object. So this is fun if you're just experimenting with like different positions of your object, or if you're working on something very detailed like jewelry or hair, then this is very important. The next editing piece is stretch, and that changes the sizing of your object, so you can make a cube into a long rectangular prism or into like a tall wall. And for here there is a function on the side, and it is called stretch both sides, and if you have it checked, then it will symmetrically stretch the other side of the prim. So if you move one of these green boxes out to the left, then it will automatically move the other side as well. And if you uncheck it, then it will only move one side and not the other. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. So these are the very basic tools just of editing your object, and you can start fooling around with those. But one thing that everyone needs to learn when building is obviously how to make lots of prims and combine them into one object. And this tool that I'm about to show you is very important to all builders because it is amazing for positioning, and you don't have to really worry much at all when you're trying to position something on top of another thing. So what it is very simple. Just press down the shift key, I'm pressing it down, and choose one of the move arrows and just pull it, and you get a copy, perfect identical copy of that prim. This will also work with multiple prims if you're selecting multiple prims, as long as you have copyrights on them. And then this is when you can start really modifying if you have another prim. So I'll show you now these tabs right here on the lower part of the build menu, and the first one is general. This will just give you the basic statistics. It will give you the object name, the creator name, and the owner name. So if someone owns an object that their friend made, it will show their friend as the creator and them as the owner. You can also set it to a specific group. It will automatically set to whichever group you are in at the moment or have activated at the moment, and that's useful if you're building on land that is group owned. There's also some more functions here, and right here you can set your object for sale. I'll probably make a separate tutorial to go more in depth in that, but basically you just check the box for sale, type in your price here, etc. Next is the object tab. That is a pretty cool tab because here you can set its position, size, and rotation in numerical functions if you prefer the precision of numbers. So if you really want it to be exactly 1 meter, that's helpful. Here, the position is useful if you want to move it like exactly 1 meter over there, but it's mostly used for if you're trying to move a building or just a platform high up in the sky. That's how I got this platform up here. And then right here on the right, you have the object type. And here obviously I have box selected, but here is also where you can just turn it into a cylinder immediately, which is amazing if you're creating something that, if you have some kind of cylinder on top of a box or whatever, then you can just change that. So if you want to make a table with rounded legs and the top is a box, make sure to experiment and use your imagination and think of them as puzzle pieces that you can put together into something that you really want to make.